timeline. So, here we go.
They then stall and crash.
This is the Iris, a gigantic alien eyeball thing that mutated Neptune plans to take over the solar system, and right now it's working on conquering Earth, and here's how it started. It used Neptune as a lens to beam down what I believe is the first gardener. This is Glenn Arthur, a guy who thinks angels look like this, and children look like this. In 1930, a lovely little camp named Moonlight Acres is established. Nothing but good old-fashioned family fun will ever happen here. Trust me. Our friend Glenn Arthur is the camp administrator. 5 years later, in 1935, he has some dreams about Neptune sending a space beam down to Earth, and some guys in fancy suits show up and start bothering him about making a deal. Whether he knows it or not, this deal entails making human sacrifices to a weird tree. Also, I would imagine it's around this time when people at the camp start seeing skinwalkers, who are actually just woodclockers. These little freaks are quiet hunters that enter your home, enter you, and then violate your body, turning you into a fake person. In the meantime, Arthur has gotten a little fed up with his nightly visits from the well-dressed men asking him to make the deal. He finally relents and accepts. Mistake number 1. 5 years later, Glenn is no longer happy with the deal. Or maybe he never was. Then he's like, screw you guys, if you want to sacrifice, you can have this bear. Mistake number 2. Rather than turning into a woodcrawler, it gets a custom mutation that lets it assimilate things into itself, allowing it to grow big and strong. Its bones never decay, and its tissue refuses to die. And we're told that these properties are explicitly contrary to what you'd find in disease, an iris-related affliction that won't be properly documented until some decades later. Anyways, tangent aside, the cancer bear absorbs Glenn Arthur, and from this point on, I'll be calling the cancer bear the Wretch. Understandably, the camp shuts down for a while, long while, and a bunch of time passes. Decades, actually. And it is during this time that the woodcrawlers and gardeners would spread past their origin point at the camp, becoming a widespread problem throughout North America. Sometime in the 70s, the Crusader 5 probe is sent out to take pictures of celestial bodies farther in the solar system. It doesn't reach Jupiter until 1982, though. Jumping to the 80s, the Iris takes another shot at working with humans after the whole bear betrayal thing. Regnat Computing is happy to help. As long as the Iris lets them be better than their competitors. Isn't capitalism wonderful? It is worth noting that they won't publicly share their research until later in the decade. In direct contrast to Regnat, another company named Harbinge has begun to notice the need for defenses against what the Iris has in store for Earth. It's still unclear how they obtained all of the knowledge that went towards their research and development, but they clearly had a
Give me your answer to
for tests the sleep image visualized. The device
side out.
conscious mind into physical image.
Out.
And in that same newspaper,
Hey, it's the end flight engine. You can see end of fuel pump 1, 2, 4.
This party is to celebrate the reopening of the camp after its extended closure. Why the hell would you never reopen this camp? You might be asking. I don't know. But based on later evidence, it might be because they were forced to make another deal. Or just the party. Either way, knock it on it. It's a cancer bear. The wretch jumps out of the lake and joins the party. Other people get absorbed. Not received
Steady on, steady on, steady on. Come on, come on. No, stabilizer, stabilizer. Night aliens 2v2, but it's been enabled. But the actual thing that happened to me. No. The aircraft then crashes straight into a forest as they try to save it. It strikes tail first, and the tail then buckles, leaving the midsection to be angled upwards. The 4 sections are thrown over forwards. The cockpit breaks away, taking the 2 flight attendants from the front with it. Somehow, all the 4 men in the cockpit survive. Wait, there's a gear route? Oh! Landing gear route. The cargo room door also breaks open. 2 large sections of the wing also buckle. The wreckage after the crash and after it all shifted around. When they hit down, the left wing section ripped off first, striking a tree. It's most likely that it was likely angled a bit in a way where it then struck one of the trees and ripped it upwards. And then the tail struck down. This is why one of the trees was angled to the side. The tail then hit down, and the 4 halves are thrown forward. For the midsection and other section.